This video presents a powerful courtroom compilation that shows two very different sides of the justice system, revealing how unpredictable and complex real legal situations can be. It begins with the case of Mr. Martinez, an innocent man who is wrongfully arrested because of a mistaken identity. Despite having done nothing wrong, he finds himself caught in a system where a simple name match is enough to create serious consequences. The judge explains how such mistakes can happen due to limited verification tools used in the field, and how officers sometimes cannot access deeper records at the moment of arrest. Eventually, Mr. Martinez is released, but the situation highlights how easily an innocent person can be affected by system errors. The video then shifts to a completely different case involving Mr. Copeland, a defendant with a serious past criminal record. Unlike the first case, this situation focuses more on personal responsibility and change. Even though he is facing charges, the judge uses the opportunity to speak directly to him about life choices, discipline, and the importance of avoiding conflict with law enforcement. Instead of only punishment, the courtroom becomes a place for reflection and guidance, showing how judges sometimes take on the role of mentors as well. In the final moments, the host reflects on both cases and the emotional contrast between them. One moment shows how easily justice can go wrong due to errors, while the other shows how the system can offer second chances and personal growth. Overall, the video leaves the viewer thinking about fairness, accountability, and how fragile freedom can be when decisions, right or wrong, are made inside the courtroom.
Unfortunately, there is someone wanted in that jurisdiction that has your name, and you see now that you've been wrongly arrested, you're going to be released today. The fear is that this continues to happen. So I don't know, there are methods out there, and Mr. Kim, you say there's a letter that he can get.
Yes.
What we're going to do is, I cannot give you legal advice, but I'm going to have your lawyer that we've appointed to represent you tell you how you can take care of this so that it doesn't happen again. So we're going to process you out. You should be out within hopefully the next 4 to 6 hours, where Carter will tell you how to go about getting a letter so that this doesn't happen again. Do you have any questions? Did you want to add anything, Ricardo?
It's fair to say, Judge, it's just a bad situation.
This is difficult. Este señor puede estar preso y no es él.
Not a good situation.
Yeah, I mean, mistakes have been made, and I don't know, I guess the arresting officer, I don't understand why they wouldn't do just a little bit deeper dive.
Well, when they're on the field and it's obviously an arrest in the evening, is us being one of the few agencies that's truly 24/7, is that they can only confirm by teletype for whatever the fugitive division is. And so with it's most commonly name and date of birth, and statistically that should narrow it down, but it's just, I mean, because you can't take or you can't send
have mobile apices
for that when they get processed in, but that only brings them in for, again, the same name and date of birth, but you can't trade mugshots with the demanding jurisdiction. Because the teletypes can't support images. And so ultimately it's only what the text is, and that text is the name and date of birth. So
If on that sense, Judge, would his fingerprint goes with
and that's why I was, they've got these mobile apices that
the mobile thing where they could just test them and see if it's his prints or not.
sure, but the majority of warrants, the way they're sent by teletype, again, a thumbprint can't be imaged in a teletype.
I got you.
So yes, there is a thumbprint, but there's no way to.
the thumbprint should be able to verify who this person is, whether they have the correct date of birth.
But
Mugshots.
that only corresponds to the warrant for the demanding jurisdiction if they have something to match it against. So that's the issue is, yes, they can pull it up on our side, but it's the same way even for our parole violations is they can't check on scene, especially at 1 a.m. That's why we're the second check, is that we're able to verify if there's a thumbprint, mugshot, etc.
You're going to be released here momentarily. I'll have Ricardo tell you how to take the next steps though, okay? All right, good luck, Mr. Martinez. Thank you. I hope, I really hope, you've got a lot of stuff going on, and Wow. All resolved.
All resolved.
What happened?
I don't know it.
Everything got dismissed.
Everything's done.
So no more probation.
No more probation. I'm tired of that.
Did you learn anything? If you learn one thing leaving here today, Mr. Copeland, patience. Patience goes so far in life. When you are confronted with someone who's an a-hole, exercise patience. You know, it don't matter. Even if you're right and they're wrong, with your record, if a cop rolls up to you, they will probably hard pressed to take your side because of your record, you know? But if you exercise patience, right? Or walk away, if you see a situation that's getting out of control, it's really going to serve you well, you know? I cannot tell you how lucky you are, really, that you're with this. You were on probation for an aggravated robbery with the where was it, the arson?
Arson.
Yeah.
He took a 10-month jail on the MAJ for the arson.
Is that what it is? But he's got sufficient credit that you're probably walking out of here today, right, Mr. Cope? But what I'm saying is patience goes a long way. Even, you know, if you get into a pissing match with an officer, anyone that has a power of arrest, who's going to win? Right. Every single time. I don't care if you're right. I don't care if you're wrong. You're still going to get it. So just patience. Tuck your tail. And, you know, if you ever have an issue, come back to me and I'll help you too. If you ever need help, come back to me here and I'll do what I can to help you out. If you need, you know, shelter. I mean, I can't give you money, but, you know, whatever. If someone's messing with you in life, come back to me. We can try to work it out somehow. You know, I can give you a lawyer. We can work things.
So I'm just serious. As you asked me what I've learned, I've started to let things go more than I did 2 years ago.
It's great.
I've started to just learn to let things go instead of, you know, someone does something that sometimes you just got to walk away. Like I'm dead serious about that. I'm not joking.
You know what that's called, right? Mature. You're growing up. And part of growing up is the fact that you recognize, hey, shit, if I get into this situation, I'm not going to win. You get into it with them, you're never going to win. It doesn't matter. So just don't. Walk away. Come here. I'll talk with you. We'll hang out. Whatever we need to do. The other thing is this, is that if you're ever in a car, you smell like dope, you smell like alcohol, it's not going to go well too. You're pleading now to this DWI. This DWI is going to go on your record. Understand that from evermore, you get pulled over, you smell funky, it's not going to go well. You understand?
Yes.
You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement, Mr. Cope. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses, testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country. You're giving up the right to appeal. When you plead guilty, that's it. I want to let you know one more thing. So what did he ultimately plead to?
So he ultimately pled on the MAJ for the arson. He pled to the 10-month state jail sentence.
So you pled to a state jail felony, or does he have a third degree on your record? Because I want you to understand that if you have a third degree on your record and you pick up a serious felony, the next time you could be a potential 15 to life case. So that's why I'm saying if you pick up a serious felony, it could be a minimum of 15 years. All right. How do you plead to the offense of DWI?
I plead guilty to driving while intoxicated.
I'll find you guilty. I'll sentence you to it. What are we doing?
3 days for 120.
So 3 days, 121? 121 days credit, Mr. Cope. I really wish you the best of luck, man. I hope you go out there, start working, killing it, making a ton of money. You know, really, that's what life's about, buying nice things, right? Get out there and make the world a better place, all right?
How come you know where your boat's at today?
No, I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
No.
I'm my bad. My bad.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
It's okay. You know what? I got to change it up, you know?
Okay.
But we're trying to look good for you.
All right, my friend.
Thank you, Your
Here.
Honor. Thank you.
180 days.
In the end, this video brings together two very different courtroom moments that show how unpredictable the justice system can be. On one side, we see an innocent man who gets arrested just because his name matches someone else's. He has done nothing wrong, but still ends up in a situation that could have seriously affected his life. This part of the video shows how mistakes can happen when information is limited or systems are not fully updated. It reminds us that even small errors in identification can lead to big problems for ordinary people. On the other side, we see a defendant with a long history of trouble with the law. Instead of focusing only on punishment, the judge takes time to speak to him about life choices, behavior, and the importance of staying away from actions that lead back to court. This moment shows that sometimes the courtroom is not just about decisions and penalties, but also about giving someone a chance to think, learn, and improve their life. It highlights the human side of judging, where guidance can be just as important as consequences. When both cases are viewed together, the video creates a strong contrast between error and responsibility, between being wrongly accused and being held accountable for actions. It leaves the viewer thinking about how fragile freedom can be, and how quickly life can change based on decisions, misunderstandings, or past behavior. In the end, it is a reminder that every person who steps into a courtroom has a story, and every outcome carries real-life impact beyond the courtroom walls.